Guys, welcome to LG Overdrive. This is episode 13. It's the season 26 finale. I am the host, The Young Buck. With me today, I have Fristalainen.
Hey.
It looks like Chris Lyon is currently playing club, so he'll be there but not there. Also with me, I have the Gunboat.
What's up?
He's also playing club, but he's more dedicated than Risto.
Carrying faces in club right now.
Speaking of faces, also with us, we have Faces.
Just remember, boys, RFA goalie here. I'll carry you.
And last but not least, also rejoining us for the last time, we have Notorious Bat.
Hey guys, how you doing? Just got back from the party. A little haggard right now.
Always good to have you. So we're gonna jump in right away, talk about the Calder Cup Finals. Syracuse crunch, as Notorious actually predicted, winning in 6 games against some guys like Gunboat and Faces. So I'll let you guys talk about that. We'll start with the Cleveland boys. Either of you kick it off.
So you faces.
It was a good series. Yeah, it pains. It hurts.
So from what I understand is that line 1 for Cleveland went 1-1. Is that correct?
Yeah, we did.
Was that your first loss on playoffs?
It was our only loss for playoffs, man. How does a line go 7-1 and not win the Calder?
I don't know. How does the line go 9-0 and win the Calder?
Beyond Syracuse, apparently.
Breaking news, actually. I heard in the Faces connection issues were killing them there in those 2 games.
What's going on with the connection there?
My the cable underground leading to our house got broke somewhere, so they had to replace it. Apparently, they already knew about it, and they already had an order in to replace it this summer. So, went out on Friday until Tuesday. I was using my landlord's Wi-Fi, and they were coming Wednesday morning to fix it, but I had to play Tuesday because of availability.
That's unfortunate. Boop. I thought Wags could play whenever he wanted to play.
We're not going to talk about that, all right?
Okay. Yeah. So Notorious, you actually predicted Syracuse, saying that Cleveland was the guys in the black hats last week.
I know, that's amazing, right?
Syracuse was the guys that were the guys in the white hats. But you said you predicted Cleveland, but you were cheering for Syracuse. Is that right?
It was reverse psychology. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
It worked.
Yeah, well, it definitely worked. Mind games, man. The master of mind games.
While we're speaking on the series, when I said Calder Cup champion here, I meant this season coming up because number 1 starting goalie here.
Number 1 top paid goalie in the NHL, season 27.
$5 million, and I'm not playing easy.
So you can't necessarily be the master of WBS and Rockford didn't make it.
That's true. That's true. But I wasn't using reverse psychology then. That was just straight up bad picking. That was a straight up bad choices on my part. I've made a lot of poor life choices. That was just 2 of them.
So Risto, you actually did some commentary for some of the games. What did you see when you commentated?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to do too many Cleveland ones because of I think it was on Tuesday night. Because out of 12 people, no one could get a stream up.
I'm the Cleveland streamer for that lineup, and 1,000 MS is not good for streaming. Let's just put it that way.
I know that, but it was like 11 people. We couldn't get a stream, which was kind of brutal, but it's whatever. The games that I did stream, like Cleveland for the most part, played pretty well, but obviously with Faces playing 2 games on bad connection, you can't really blame it 100%, but it didn't help.
It's worth mentioning that game 3 and 4, Martin was lagging too. And Gunboat had like 2 guys covering him the whole night.
Oh, easy. Don't make excuses for me. I'm
not making excuses. You having 2 guys on you is a good game plan. You're the backbone of every line.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you're the gun goat.
Yeah, when you're the boat, you gotta expect that, man.
Clearly, I'm not the boat because
he's the goat boat.
He's the goat boat. I heard Wags went 0-2. I thought he was the greatest.
Game 6 wasn't really, or Game 5 wasn't really Wags' fault. It was like they didn't know what they were doing off the face-off, and then on the face-off when the puck dropped. Both D-man went forward, and then the forward just like bolted right through him, took the puck and went in. Or a breakaway in overtime.
All right.
It's a tough way to lose.
A lot of miscommunication. Is whatever.
It's still a good game.
More on the series itself was when the series was over. There was a lot of backlash from Syracuse, like the next day, like being super classless in the chat box.
I can't blame them. I chirped them all. All against me.
No, but not, like this is like the whole team, not just like a couple of the guys like Grizz and Betaselli. Like this was sparking comments from like guys like Macros saying he's seen more class from an abandoned classroom in Syria. So
I can't blame them. I called them a fucking formality.
Yeah,
I was
We
ruthless.
got Nabby and Faces in there every day.
I was ruthless. Me and Nabby just threw.
I did the same thing.
Me and Nabby went no holds bar. I don't blame them for being.
Yeah, you guys were
classless.
shaking the tree pretty hard.
I'd still be roasting Faces if I were them.
I'm surprised I'm still not. I mean, Betaselli spent all of yesterday inviting me to parties.
oh boy.
I don't know. I didn't join. No.
Now that the season is over, we can actually talk about a little more about Cleveland and Syracuse. Recently, today, there were some trades made between Cleveland and Syracuse, but they were made by both the owners of Sakic and Wags. Controversial NHL deals that were sending tons of players over from Syracuse to Cleveland, which at one point left Grizz, FTBX Grizz, the only player left on Syracuse out of all his friends.
And then he got
causing him
traded.
to freak out.
He got traded to Bridgeport using the pick that Sakic for. I don't know. It was like the pick that Sakic got from Wags and Grizz for a first-round pick from New York.
Yeah.
So that in turn also got overturned because Sakic didn't have that pick anymore, so he couldn't trade it.
His career just got saved.
But from my understanding, all these trades have now been reversed, and
Yep.
Gunwood is the double AGM of Cleveland. Do you have any insight at that at all?
So I kind of just got home when it all happened, so I haven't really talked to anyone yet since we're doing this. But I think it's something to do with the new re-sign rule, and something about don't quote me on this because I'm not sure if I'm right, but if you re-sign a player, they can't be traded.
Check your LG Chapel or inbox. They should have sent it to you there, no?
They did send it, but I'm just saying I don't know if that's why they were reversed or not.
But there is obviously some ruling behind that we might.
It's because of last season. As far as I understand, the league's going to crack down on like everything that has to do with a team getting more than 2 contracted players re-signed.
Yeah, it seems like they want to stop a team from having their whole roster from.
Yeah, it's because of
which makes sense.
And I talked to Wags about it. It's basically the Wags rule.
The roster reset. They want to actually have a reset so that teams start off fair and square.
It's so teams can't resign the whole roster. Like if you think about it, Syracuse would have had like the 2 first lines from Syracuse, and then Gunwoat and to whoever he wanted.
And then there's going to be teams in, like, I don't know, Rockford, where Chicago has 9 first-round picks. The 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, the 6th, the 9th, and the 10th, something like that. Don't be surprised to see if they're going to try and get that whole Seattle line.
They'll probably get that whole Seattle line, and then
If they can. What's that?
Talking about
yeah,
the
it's
CHL
like
line?
DC's line.
The Sooks, Skritter, Mofer.
Yeah, I've never played with them. I've just heard people say
They're
something.
tearing it up this year, though.
60-0 career-wise. Mofer's like 49-0 career-wise. Like yes, I understand that they're destroying kids in the CHL, but that's still
But it's not
impressive.
exactly easy.
Like it's still impressive the fact that they've done
They haven't
that
lost a
and
single game.
never lost before. They're in the Memorial Cup again. They had a little bit of issues through the first few rounds, but they smashed their last round. Yeah, they went 4-0.
I could have.
4-1.
I could have taken management this season, and I just said no because it was without the re-signs and everything. It was way too hard to build a team.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be harder.
Like, there's no point in building a team for one season when there's a new game coming out for next season, and it's just pointless.
I'm ready.
Sure. Speaking of management, a few days ago, a list was released of people being removed from the no management list. These people include faces who can now be GM or AGM of a team again. So apparently, the cheater and the DDoSer of the league is now back into management
Hey, well,
position.
alleged cheater and alleged DDoS. All right.
I did say apparent. And also the people that participated in the AHL roast last season, myself, Dan Hutton, Zaka, and Darcy Kemper have all been probationally removed from the no management list. We can only take AGM roles, and it looks like Darcy has already taken one, and so has Dan Hutton. Darcy on Binghamton and Dan Hutton on Albany.
So
and
how did that work?
Zaka as well as on Rochester.
Fuck, it wasn't low enough.
You guys all just write an apology letter and then.
No, it was if you asked to be off this season, as far as I know. If anybody who was on the roast has to be off.
I didn't ask, but I had applied for CHL staff, and then I had messaged Brody, Titus, and Zeno all together, and or like mentioned how I was on like the no management list and how if that affected that, and they said I couldn't because I was no management listed, and went from there, I guess.
Yeah, I was talking to Nabby, and I think Hutton said in the chat box that if you asked to be off, they sent you a PM with like a list of things you had to agree to, and I'm sure if they break any rules, they're probably going to get a huge ban.
Yeah, you guys will have a short leash, I'm sure.
Very
absolutely.
But you guys, you served your time. You deserve a second chance or third chance or whatever it is. I don't know, but
Available. Faces.
I know Risto himself is the GM now of Tucson, and he just dropped.
He's like, "Fuck you."
I was gonna ask him a question about it, but
I ain't got time for your shit, Buck.
His phone probably died.
oh, that's true. His phone probably did die. He was on his phone. So yeah, you're
Fuck your
the
question. I'm out.
double A GM then of Cleveland. There, Gunvote. Do you think you're gonna have any like big role as management position there, or do you think you're just gonna be like that third guy with a free contract?
I'm definitely gonna be involved, but my role is more limited. Like my opinions and stuff are still voiced and given, but Stoner's definitely running the team.
Yeah, it's Stoner and Landeskog, right? Or yeah.
All of Gunvote's friends won without him, so Gunvote hired them all.
Well, I mean, we teamed together 2 out of the last 4 seasons anyway.
So Faces, are you looking for management, or are you just gonna fly under the radar as a goalie this season?
It's 50-50. I told Hordy I'm not really into managing. Like I would not do anything at all because I just think it's pointless.
Your internet's too bad to manage this season?
I want to manage. I just really don't see the point in managing when I'm gonna have to reset the roster and pick up people who are good at the new game next season.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Because you think more long term when you manage, right?
Yeah, there's no point in like trying to win one season when bidding is going to be complete AIDS and everybody's going to be $6 million.
Well, you can do the whole Kras situation, try and crack down and get rid of some snakes.
Been there, done that. I've done my civic duty. Kras, I haven't even seen him in the forums for like the last 6 months.
He still play.
Yes, he does. He plays defense, from what I understand now. I guess his bad internet took a toll on him from playing forwards, and now he just plays defense.
Oh, yeah, that's such a better option. If I can't get around defenders while I'm lagging, I might as well try and stop somebody, right?
Right. Notorious, what's your plans for season 27 here?
I just had my rights traded to Stockton, so it looks like I'll be in Stockton for this next season.
Are you on a 2-season contract?
I'm not. I just signed a 1. I had a 1 for season 26. I just signed a 1 for 27. So
big re-sign there.
Yeah, it was a re-sign. Yeah.
Nice.
Got myself a little raise. Spin some cheddar.
They re-signed you for the fruit snacks. Don't get it twisted.
Fruit snacks, it's a bonus, right?
More fruit snacks for Gabella. Send them up to Detroit. I think
You
it's
get
a-
resigned. I'm an RFA.
So, actually talking more about the season is the awards. So bidding, I said that the awards would be announced a week before bidding for the AHL. Bidding for the AHL is supposed to be on the 19th, I believe. So that would be next Tuesday. This next Tuesday. Oh, sorry, it's a Friday. Friday. Is it? I'm thinking NHL is on the Tuesday. So I said awards are going to be announced on a week before, so that'll be on this coming Friday, the 12th. I have a complete video being made, processed with like every single award, including All-Star Game awards. I've talked to Pivot, and Pivot is gonna be giving me the list of every person who played in the All-Star Game. So I'm gonna have every award like handed out and like said in the video. The criteria has already been posted in the forums, and I'm gonna post all the winners written as well. I just think it's a little cooler to have like a whole video aspect,
Yeah.
like present the awards instead of like a podcast, or just that way you don't have to bother others and I can do it on my own time.
That'll be interesting to see.
Sure.
I started editing it right away with music in it, and I think that's a stupid idea, and I'm gonna take out the music and then do that all at the end because I'm focusing too much on how the music sounds mixed in with where everything is right now. So, do you have any suggestions for what I could do for awards, like the video itself?
I think I'd like to see you do the first one and then pick it apart, and maybe a little critiquing.
Some critiquing.
Bring on Notorious for the critiquing.
Notorious's critiques returning.
I will be
After-
back.
The award.
After a 2-month hiatus. Speaking of Notorious, I believe you had a slideshow that you wanted to present to everyone
A
today.
little bit of a slideshow, yeah, because after that Game 6 win in Syracuse, the guys, gave me the shout out, and they said, "Come on out to Syracuse here. I got to have you out for the party, the big party." So I actually just got back today, so it was wild. So I actually have some photos from the party itself.
Oh boy.
Let me see if I can bring those up
I
here.
hope there's no nudes in there.
No, nothing.
Man, please,
nothing is
they're
not
underage.
pixelated.
They're underage. They can't do
I
that.
don't know. Is that coming up? I can't even tell.
Yeah, it's up. It's up.
Okay.
You gotta this one screen repeating and it's tripping me out. But it's
All right. We'll stop that. So yeah, Syracuse Crunch were your season 26 winners. Sorry, monsters. No disrespect. So the party got started, and right after the game, we wound up at the Penny Club. It's a pretty big club there in Syracuse. So the guys were partying pretty hard. Pretty good house there. Yeah.
Over there.
We were there for only a couple hours, drank the place clean, and we ended up getting in the party bus. Things got a little wild there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we were in the party bus on our way over to Stoner's place. Stoner being the GM there. He wanted to have us all over for a big party at his place.
Wait, question for you before you continue.
Yeah, please.
So there's some underage players on Syracuse.
They were excluded. They were excluded from the
fake
party.
IDs.
So
Fake
the
IDs.
entire
Like-
data line was not there. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, no, they did not. They did not participate. We know the legalities. So yeah, at Stoner's place, there was a pretty big turnout, as you can see. I just took some pictures, so we could sort of see what happened. Big turnout. We had Grizz. He was up there. He was working the ones and twos there. He was DJing for everybody.
Excuse me, Grizz is also underage. He's only 20.
Yeah, but he was not drinking. He had Kool-Aid in his
Canada,
cup.
you gotta be 19.
I can see
Kool-Aid
what's
in
in
his
that
cup.
solo cup.
Yeah, and we got him back home before 12. His parents were fine. So the party continued to rage on. Things got a little wild, and
Holy shit.
yeah, well, some of the guys got a little overserved.
I just want to ask, who's the shirtless one? Oh,
Oh, there's Landy right there.
There's Landeskog was doing a little bit of helicoptering, so he was having a good time. You could tell.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, is that Sakic right beside him?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure.
See it right now. It looks
He
like
does
the
have a
same.
sack with him though. So while I was there, things were getting crazy. I figured I feel bad, I know a lot of the guys from the Monsters. I'm gonna check in, see how they're doing, right? So I sent Zach an email, or I'm sorry, a text message, And I said, just how things are going. So he replied and sent back some pictures from your party as well. I don't know if you guys know that or not. But apparently, you guys had some nice bottled water there.
It's not water.
With the big.
I'm surprised it's not bleach, actually.
With the L label. I don't know what the L would be for, but yeah, it's not important. You'll notice in the bowl as well, there's some delicious juice boxes. So those were, for the guys that want to play it up a little bit.
I can tell you.
There's a little bit of hot tubbing going on. You'll notice
the Syracuse party.
Yeah, you will notice you can't see faces there. Word is he was underwater somewhere. I don't know what was happening. It's not really important. And the guys had time for a little team photo before splitting up.
Oh, there's Hammy.
Yeah, Hammy was in there. I think Zaka took this picture. I'm not 100% sure.
Really?
No,
and apparently it was the worst party ever. So
hold on. It wasn't the worst party ever. Halfway through, we realized we still get a trophy.
Yeah, that's great.
I haven't seen enough.
We got the conference finalist trophy, all right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, but it looks like you guys still had a good time, so that was great.
I mean, I think that Syracuse party was a little better there.
Yeah, it looked like it may be a little bit better. So
I will tell you, those water bottles, it wasn't water. We just wanted to keep track of how much bleach we drank.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Okay, so it was bleach.
500 milliliters at a time.
Yeah.
We dumped them out and refilled them.
It's nice that they had the labels made up for you, though, like right after the game like that, so everyone knew what was going on.
We did know what was going on.
It's also nice to see that we know what Landy now looks like.
Yeah.
Jeez. Having a little bit too much fun there.
Yeah, there was some good times. I don't remember a lot of it. Like, I blacked out at some point. And
most important question, were you wearing the mask?
I did wear the mask, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I always wear the mask. I take it with me everywhere. Like, I wear it to work. So I'm on the phone at work. I'm talking to customers with the mask on. Yeah, I wear it everywhere.
Pumping gas wearing a mask, So season 27 starting up in a couple of weeks now. I think it was the 28th is the start date. If I get
something like that.
That's soon. Holy fuck.
That's this month.
A full season.
Yeah, I was looking at the timeline. I think it's the 28th was the go date, and that they were going for
8 weeks.
End of July, the playoffs. Yeah, so opening night is May 28th. Season ends the July 27th. Playoffs is July 30th through August 24th, and then IHL from the 13th to the 31st.
And let's just keep in mind for the Calder finals, nobody's going to actually be playing this game.
Yeah.
It's going to look like AIDS.
Well, that's just it, right? Because normally like the beta or whatever comes out for the next NHL at that point in the summer.
Like, it comes out during, I think, the conference finals. It drops.
Yeah, so a lot of people won't be. It's not that they won't be playing. It'll just, I feel like, because they're going to be getting used to 18, that they might suck again at 17.
Happens every year.
We'll see how the most dedicated teams continue to play 17.
Is it just me, or when they release the beta or whatever you want to call it, does it not feel way different when you actually buy the game?
Yeah,
like, I play that and I was like, oh, this feels awesome, and then I buy the game and it feels nothing like
I love the beta, and I love the first month of 17. Then I wanted to kill myself after.
Yeah, I think everyone felt that way.
They did that huge roster update. Boom, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can sympathize there and understand how that one feels. This was episode 13 of LG Overdrive. I'm gonna continue it next season, depending where I am. If I'm in the NHL, Overdrive is going to be the NHL. If I'm in the AHL, hopefully I'm in the AHL. It'll be here, and I'll be restarting. I'm going to be making a new media team next season. Hopefully Faces stays on it, unless he's in the CHL.
I'm going to the CHL for sure. I'm going to the CHL.
I'm hoping Notorious can stick around for some more media and Risto as well.
That'd be great.
It'd be
It was a
great
lot
to
of
have
fun. Thanks for having me.
a consistent team for next season as well going into it, and keeping the main crew along. Vadi obviously has moved up to the NHL, so he will no longer be a part of LG Overdrive. But this was the season 26 finale. There will be no other shows until week 1 of next season. If not, we may do a preseason show just for shits and giggles, and like power rankings for like management and how teams look, because we do have that 5-day gap between the end of bidding and season start, so we can talk and look about that.
Fill the void.
Yeah, exactly. Fill the void. And then, like I said, AHL awards will be out in 5 days from today, so look forward to that. Otherwise, I got nothing else. Faces, do you have anything else for the rest of the season that you want to say?
For the rest of this season, I mean, the season's over, so nothing there. For next season, boys, just remember, if you want to try out the greatest goalie to ever touch the sticks, a PM away.
Please no.
I'm just saying, I just shut down WBS and club, man.
I mean, WBS didn't get too far. They only got to the conference finals.
It doesn't matter. I shut them down. All right.
Gunwo, do you have any last comments to close out your season?
Syracuse played a good last series. Stoner's Line really showed up and played that game, and I think that shifted the whole series. They played very good.
I agree.
And, yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right, Notorious, closing comments for your season as well.
Yeah, I didn't mention it anytime during the show when I was on, but thanks to the Charlotte Checkers for having me this year. It was a lot of fun, even though we didn't do a whole lot, didn't make playoffs or anything. Still had a good time. I'm looking forward to season 27 with Stockton. It'll be new adventure, I'm sure.
I may have some info on that one. Stockton may be moving to Hartford due to some NHL switching, but regardless, he might be on Stockton, maybe on Hartford.
Well, I've played for Hartford before too, so I'll just pull out the old equipment.
It gets expensive every now and then. All right, and for me, I want to say thank you to everyone for listening to Overdrive this season. I know at the beginning it was a little bit bumpy and a lot of stats and stuff, and definitely been worked on that as much as we could all season long. Again, consistency was key here. 13 episodes, that's one for every single week from the beginning of end of week 1 all the way through. And again, I hope to see you guys next week, and I hope you guys enjoy my awards video that I'll be posting in 5 days. Without further ado, we're out for season 26, and we'll see you guys in season 27.